Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Natasha and this is episode number 86. And you'll see this tomorrow, which is going to be the 13th of October. Now, the date is something that I don't usually say to you, isn't it? I normally say, oh, this is Sunday evening and you'll see this tomorrow morning. So happy Monday, everybody. Of course, happy Monday, everyone. But I never seem to do the date. Not that it matters, I don't think. It's just not something that comes to me straight away. But I thought I'd write it down so that I could tell you that the date is the 13th for those of you that want to know when I'm going to be showing you this video. But anyway, okay, the title of this video is Let's See What I've Been Doing, because first and foremost I would like to apologise for not showing you my face last week because I just didn't do anything, and I think I did one square literally, and that's like, what's the point? Because obviously it would have just taken a couple of minutes and I really didn't have very much to show you or even tell you about, so there wasn't really much point. But today I have got some finished. I have got some, what do they call it now? Whips in progress. Some just progress on bits and pieces, and then I have got a new start. Now, I need to apologise again for not showing you my emotional chicken last week, because there I was saying I've got it and then I didn't. And I only didn't realise that I hadn't said about it because it was down here on the bench next to me. When I turned my video off and turned my chair around to put it up onto the computer so that it was loading up, that I realised I hadn't even mentioned it. And then when I spoke to Sally, hello my lovely girl, when I spoke to Sally on, what night was it? Friday night, she said, "Where's the emotional chicken?" And I was like, I know, I totally and utterly forgot it. Anyway, I will show you today. So I have got some finished squares, which I'm going to start off with for the cowl that I'm doing with the lovely Litza from Coco's Crochet. Good morning, Litza. Morning here anyway. I don't know when you'll be watching it, but yeah, so I've got some finished squares because I have got my ruby one from July, and I have got my October one, which I chose opal because it was either opal or tourmaline or something along those lines. But because I'd already started it, well, and I was pretty much already finished with it when her video came out, I just didn't realise that it would be something different from opal, really, because I looked on the traditional and everything, and that's what I thought we were working from, and so just motored on because I already had the yarn here. I didn't have to go and get any from anywhere. So there is a story to tell about that when I get round to it. And then I have got just my progress that I've made on my cowl, and also on the couple of blankets that I've been making. So let's crack on, shall we? We're already 4 minutes in. So hello and welcome. I have got an email actually to show you, which has already been seen. If you follow Sally's channel on, I think it was her Friday video, she showed it, and I've got the same photo, and I was meant to show you last week, but because I didn't do a video, it kind of it didn't get done. But nevertheless, I will show you anyway, and it's from the lovely Heather, who is making the random granny with me, and well, with us I say, because Sally's doing it as well as Lynn's penguins, and this is hers. Now I absolutely love the colour variation there, and it will be very appealing when the corners go on and the sides. I think that will be really, really lovely. And she's got the halves and the quarters still to do. But she said that she is aiming for the Christmas colours, and so what better time to be doing it now that it is nearly Christmas. So thank you very much, Heather, for sending me your email. And anyone else, if you want to send me my email, an email to me, I will be putting it in the description box below. But it is nat.stitches15@outlook.com. The only other thing I need to say before I start showing you my stuff is the fact that I watched my video back to find out what I'd shown and what I hadn't, to make sure that I wasn't redoing it because of such a long time since I made one. And I noticed that my lips weren't syncing with my voice on my last video, and I mean, nobody commented, so I'm assuming that it was just okay. But I was quite disgruntled by it, really. So I've gone back to my old phone to be able to do a video just to see if there's a difference. So that's enough rabbiting. Let's get on, shall we? Right, my squares that I have been doing for the birthstones cowl has been a 4mm hook. And the last time I showed you, I just started the decrease on this one, and I've managed to complete it. It's so nice just to do when you sat in the chair not doing very much, and it's just gone in no time. As soon as you're on the decrease, you know, it kind of reduces and reduces and you really don't notice it, and I really do love it. And this is made with Women's Institute yarn in red, and that's from Hobbycraft, for those of you that have got a Hobbycraft near you or know of the yarn. It is a lovely thick DK, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I love working with it, and it's a lovely colour. It actually looks quite bright on the camera, and I'm assuming that is because I've got my lights on as well. So, but it is quite a bit darker. It's almost like blood red, really. It's quite nice. But yeah, so that is for my ruby one, which was from back in July. So I've managed to catch up with that now. And then I've got opal, which was my October one. And I have got a stitch marker here, because if you remember rightly, I did say that I had a random bit left, and it was 86 grams. I think I said 86 anyway, that rings a bell. And so I was hoping to get it done. Anyway, I played yarn chicken and lost. So I had to try and find another ball, and I didn't really want to place an order from Wool Warehouse or anything, because when I tend to do that, I tend to make it worth my while, and then order enough so that the postage is free. But I was looking on Vinted, and I managed to find 2 balls. Now I'm just going to have a look, because I've put it somewhere. My chaotic little corner of the kitchen, and I managed to pick up from Vinted 2 balls. Now the idea that I was doing for doing this cowl was to use up everything, or as much as I could, to do from my stash to try and get rid. So I thought, oh, 86 grams, that'll be plenty, because I don't usually use a full ball, so it'll be fine. Anyway, because I ran out literally sort of probably 10 squares in, because it was just there that I left, so I had to do 2 on the end to finish that one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, actually 12 little tiny squares short. And so I had to try and find one so I could finish it, because I didn't want to be going down a hook size and then starting all over again. So lo and behold, I managed to find 2 of the mother of pearl, which is the colourway of this signet yarn, and it was only £2.50. So with the postage to my local in-post locker, it was only, I think it was £5.30, something like that. So really and truly, if, you know, it would have been more expensive in itself just to buy the 2 balls without the postage added on to that. And so I'm really pleased that I managed to get it. So I finished off the square, and now I've got 2 more balls to go back into my stash, but it's such a lovely colour that I am quite pleased, and I'm not sure really what I'll use it for, but if anything ever comes up like it again, then I have got some more. But if you can see, I'm not sure if you can see the lovely coloration, but I do have my phone here. I did take a photo of it close up, and also a photo of it on the floor, so I'll see if I can show you that. Now that is the one from on the floor. It's a bit, hang on a minute, there you can see all the kind of pink and the little bluey colour and everything. That is quite a blurred image, but you can get what I mean. And then from there, that was what I took as a close-up. Now if I go sideways, you might be able to see it better, or not, as they say. Yeah, as you can see there, look, it's lovely. And for those of you that know what mother of pearl actually does look like, it is a lovely silvery grey colour with a lovely pink, you know, mixed in, and it's really lovely. So I am really pleased. And a whole ball of this, for those of you that would like to know, is 298 meters per 100 grams, and I'm really pleased that I managed to get 2 full balls for literally £2.50. So that was really, really good. So that was my little acquisition, because I don't usually buy anything. Like I say, I haven't bought any for a long time, because I'm trying to use my stash for a bit, and then I can say, can I have some more? Seeing as Christmas is coming. So that is my opal square, that is my ruby square, and so let's move on. I was hoping to start on the November one, which was is the colour citrine, but I just didn't get round to it, so I'll show you that next time. Now, I decided that I was going to get this out because I kind of just left it alone, and I decided that I was going to put a border on it, and then I can gift it, because the baby is probably about 5-6 weeks old now, so I need to get on with it really, don't I? Anyway, I don't like borders. I've decided I hate them. I mean, I hated them before, but now I'm actually decided, because I don't like the fact that they really, really kind of scrunches up, and it happens not on the bottom, you know, on the ends, but actually on the sides. And it's not like I've really kind of missed any stitches or anything, because I've done on the bottom one as like the foundation thing. I've kind of done a single and then chain 2, single, chain 2, single, all the way along, and then I have done 2 what have I done there? I thought it was doubles, you know. Maybe that's why. Well, I started off doing trebles. I think I've just answered my own question, you know. Although that does look quite long, they're just, maybe it's because they've been pulled, because it was so scrunched up. It was kind of all wrinkly like this, and I really hated it anyway. I was stretching it and stretching it, and I was doing it when I was talking to the lovely Sally. Hello again, Sally. Yeah, so I'm just really not sure about it, but I want to do another 2 because I'm hoping the further out I go with it, the less scrunched up it will be, and then we'll see. But I'm just doing 2 doubles in the gaps, in the spaces, and then I will do exactly the same again, and try and kind of just work my way around it so I can get it done, really, because like I say, I don't like it just hanging around, but it's having the oomph. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've just been feeling like I don't really want to do it. Anyway, so that is that one, and I have managed to take a photo of that on my kitchen floor as well. So if I show you that quickly. Don't know if it would show on my phone, like I say. I might be able to do it on my tablet, actually. Hold on just a little minute. Here it is. Oh, the light is a pest. There you go. Love you to the moon and back. And as you can see, the top corners look like they've kind of horned out a little bit, which had really annoyed me. But I'm just going to persevere, and hopefully it will come good. But it even looks like a grey blanket there, not a light blue one, doesn't it? But anyway, so that is my blanket there. I've just got the border to finish, and then I will be washing it. What else can I show you? That's the blanket border done. I'm just ticking it off to make sure that I've definitely showed you, because I don't want to get to the point where I've forgotten anything. So now I'm going to show you what I didn't show you last week, and that is my emotional chicken. Now, I said last week that I hadn't done a lot, and I still haven't done a lot because I haven't touched it. But that's the reason. The reason is because I can't find my eyes. I don't know what I've done with them. And so I've got to go up and have a look, see if it's fallen down the back of my yarn shelf upstairs. But I haven't wanted to pull it out, so I'll have to have a look another time. But I have put a little beak on, and when I've got the eyes and everything, I'll be able to sew it up and do it all nicely. But don't you just love it? It really is absolutely adorable. I do love it. And the fact that the beak, oh, I didn't tell you what the beak was, did I? The beak is a very, can't remember the yarn. It's in there. Oh, it is a DK, it's just a thick DK, so I'm thinking that that is Women's Institute as well. But I thought I needed quite a thick one because of the fact it's chunky yarn. And I like the fact that it will go with the stripes that are in the body and the tail. So yeah, that is my emotional chicken update. So you didn't miss much, even though I did forget last week before. So that is that done, and I can cross that off. I have done a little bit more on this little badger because the ball is getting smaller and smaller, and as much as it's not a lot, I have done that much. So it's enough progress from the white colour to the top, and I think that's lovely. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 rows. So I'm getting there with it. I just feel like I get fed up if I'm just sat there doing the same thing, because I do have to watch where the holes are and things on this one. So it's like, do a bit by bit and I'm sure it'll get done. I used to make loads of them, didn't I? I really, like I say, don't know what's going on in my brain, but it'll be all right on the night. I have got something new that I've started, which I'm not going to show you, and that is because I'm going to send the photo over to Sally for her to show on her channel, because it's something that I want to do for the festive Fridays that she's doing, and so I don't really want to show it on my channel until after she's done it on hers. But it's only took me 6 weeks, doesn't it, to get my bottom into gear to actually do something towards the festiveness, because there is things that I want to do, and I did plan on doing it straight away, but just couldn't find the time to physically do it. So I've done it, and that is okay. So I made a start on that today, but again, I will show you that next week, and you'll see that on Friday when Sally does her video. And by then, hopefully, by the time I send it to her, I will have done a little bit more to it anyway. So that's that. So that's fine. That one's done. I've told you about the opal squares and the vintage purchase. Okay, so what I've got left is my something new before I show you the granny update for my granny random granny cow, and that is the tip to tip shawl. Now this is a free pattern on Ravelry. No, it's not. Hobie. What am I doing? Hobie even. And I showed this on my free pattern Friday, and I just thought it's something that is going to be really simple, really easy, and I can just do. I haven't got the yarn that they stipulate, because theirs is a Manarella, and they're suggesting to use a 5.5mm hook, but I have used a 5mm hook because I tried a 5.5 and it was just really loose and quite holy, and I didn't like it. But I'll show you that in a minute. And they're saying to use 325 grams, which in essence I would need 4 balls, and have lots, some left over. But I've got 3 balls, and so I'm going to try and squeeze it out. It should be all right, to be honest, because I have got 3 full balls, and just hope that something's happened and I'm doing it a little bit less with the yarn. So we'll just see how it goes, and then we will kind of go from there. But I mean, their gauge is 15 stitches by 8 rows, and it's 10 by 10 centimeters. But of course, I am doing it with a 5mm hook, so it would be different anyway. And I'm not too worried about gauge. What I need to do is to do 83 rows and have 84 stitches on my row, and then start decreasing back to the tip again. So it starts from 1 up to 84 and then back. And honestly, I really love it. And to be honest, I've kept going. I started it on Friday night when I was on call with Sally, and then I took it with me on Saturday because we went car shopping on Saturday, and so I took it with me then and did some more, and it's just been growing really lovely. And I have got let me just count because I've forgotten: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 50. I thought it was 50, but I just wanted to make sure. So I've got 49 rows and 50 stitches so far, and so it is growing and growing, and I'm putting a stitch marker for every 20 rows after the fourth one, because from 4 to 83 you just keep increasing, and you know, kind of just do it. So there was one in number 4 because that's when I started it, and then I done one at 24 and 44, and then this is the one that's holding my yarn fast. So I'm using Stylecraft Special DK in the colour green gauge. You have seen this before because I've made various things in it, because the lovely Sally gave me 3 balls of the viola, and 3 balls of the green gauge, and 4 actually, yes, 4 of each, and I managed to still have 3, so I'm very, very happy about that. And the ball is reducing quite nicely, and then I can just keep going and then hopefully use it up, because then it means that I have room in my stash for something else. So I'm really, really loving it. It literally is just a double crochet, and like I say, you just increase, grow, and I don't think that it's drapey enough without having too much gap, and that's what I really love. And so this will count towards a certain present for someone, but that's all I'm going to say. And then hopefully it will grow. I'll be on the decrease, and then it will soon go again. So I've really thoroughly enjoyed doing that this weekend, and I will show you next week, and hopefully I might have finished it, or near as, damn it. So what have I got left now? Okay, so this one I need to put back because I'm not going to show you that until next time. Those of you that had a quick spoiler then, because I didn't turn it over. Right, so now I have got, we're all right for time, it's okay. I've got some free patterns to show you in a minute as well, because they are up and coming, and what I found whilst I was trying to fill up my video a little bit, because I was worried that I wouldn't have very much to show you and it wouldn't use up very much time. So far on my random granny, I have done the one square that I needed to finish it, because I needed to do 2 8s. No, I didn't. I needed to do 2 9s because it was 18 big squares. So I had one of this colour and one of the other colour left to be able to finish it off. So that is those 2. I love it, I really do. It just makes me happy. Like the colours and everything just makes me really happy. And then I have managed to do one side one. What do you call it? What do you even call them? What have I done with it? Let me see. Anyway, it's one half square, and I've got to do 5 of these because there's 10. So I was going to do 5 like this and then 5 in that colourway. Before my video I was going to make sure that I had done one of each just to show you, but I've managed to do it in the coloured only. So I've got one of those, and then I've done the 2 corner ones in this colourway. Obviously completely random and completely different. I was hoping to have a little bit of pink in this one, really, just to even it up a little bit, but it didn't work. So yeah, and these ones are ideal because it's just the simple granny, and you start off with 1 and then 2, build it until it gets to 9. And so they were really quite quick to work up, and that was fine. And these are much the same, really, as long as you go to do 9, just like the rest of them. So I've got another, what did I just say? 4. I've got 4 more of these to do, and then 5 in this colourway, and then 2 corners in this colourway as well. And so that's fine. The only thing I didn't tell you just now, which we'll just snip back, the Love You to the Moon and Back blanket border I was using is in the navy, it was a Aldi yarn, and this one is Lights Up. It's very soft and it's one of those tubular ones, and I'm not sure really whether that contributes to the fact that that I was having trouble at the sides, but I don't know. And this is by Spotlight, and it's 100-gram 100% anti-pilling acrylic, and it's approximately 260 meters or 284 yards, and it is a 50-gram ball, and it recommends a 4mm hook. Well, I'm using a 4.5mm hook because that's what I did the blanket in, and again, I thought that would be fine with it, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing something wrong and I need to peel it all back. I don't know. If you know, because you're wonderful at borders and you've got lots of experience, because I really hate them and I don't do them very often, let me know what I can do instead. Or give me a blanket border that I might be able to find that's not girly. You know what I mean? I don't want shells or anything like that. I just was hoping to do a block stitch because it is for a little boy. And I didn't want shells because I didn't want it to be too fancy, if you know what I mean. But if you know one that really works and that won't make my work kind of go like a concertina, that would really, really help me. So I'm sorry about going forward and back then, but I noticed it right in front of me and I forgot to tell you about it. So back to the granny. You know me by now. Yeah, so I've only got 4 of these. I've got 5 in the other colour to do, and then I've got 2 corners. And the yarn for that is Aurora in the colourway AU06, which is this one. And then this one is the Hayfield something. Look at the state of it. Hayfield, can't remember. Anyway, I've had it for years, about 4 years I've had this, so I'm so glad I'm using it up. It's a Hayfield yarn anyway. I don't know where the yarn band is. Oh, I dropped it now. I'll have to just deal with that in a minute. So yeah, I think I've run out of steam. Let's talk about free patterns, shall we? I've managed to find some free patterns which I thought I would show you, just because they're either new on Hobie or that I haven't actually managed to get round to do. And so I thought I would show you. And the first one is Pippin the Duckling. How absolutely cute is Pippin? I do have some of that yarn at her, upstairs, although theirs is Simba. It's Stevie Doodle in the colourway Simba, and it's also oat milk and ochre cotton 8/4. But of course I won't be using that. I've got some of that stuff that just looks really, really fluffy, but I think it's in cream and not in yellow, so maybe that wouldn't work for a duckling. But anyway, it says that the pattern information, this little duckling seems taken straight out of a childhood tale, soft, round and full of charm, with its short wings, downy body and delicate, simple details. It is made for little hands and big hugs. It is easy to love and even cozier to crochet. Perfect as a christening gift, a baby shower present, or simply just because. And a little friend that brings warmth, calm and a touch of nostalgia to both young and old. And it's a hobby design, so there's a hashtag for that. There is, as usual, a link for the yarn if you want to buy the Pacific yarn, because I know that lots of people do want to have the exact yarn rather than getting it from Stash. And the gauge is 4x4, 8 stitches over 9 rounds, and 4x4. Oh, so I'm assuming that the cotton is for the feet and the beak, but I will just find, I've got some yarn art jeans which will work for that anyway if I do so choose to want to make it. But it was new, so I thought I would show you. That is Pippin the duckling. And if I don't manage to get time to put all this in the description box tonight, because I am flagging, so I can feel myself getting really tired, I will put it in. I just need to be given a little bit of time for that. But go over to the Hobie website and you will still find them anyway, even if you don't follow the link. And this one, now I love this. I really, I've just realised I haven't got my light on. Hold on a minute. Perhaps that's why it wasn't showing up properly. Anyway, this one, I really love it. And I love the fact that it's over the top of a shirt. And I actually love the style. So I may well make this in the near future. And it works from the bottom up on both sides. The size goes from XS to 5XL. Now I absolutely love these patterns because it's non-exclusive. You can make them as small or as large, and I think even you could even work it out to go even more XL for the larger person, and I just really love it. There are bobbles, which I don't know if you can see, but they look like little bits of pip or like yarn that's kind of a bit scuffed. But the pattern information meets the new edition of the Cotton Candy Dot collection. This vest is perfect for layering between seasons, adding an extra touch of style to our outfits. Here are some characteristics of the pattern. Intermediate crochet pattern written in US terms. Photos of main steps are included. The vest is worked from bottom up in the 2 panels, one for the back and one for the front, and the finishing of the collar and the armholes are crocheted onto the body once it has been sewn up. The sample of the picture is of a size S. So you can go a bit smaller, and then of course you can go much larger, but I really love it. And I also love the colour as well. It really is lovely. And if you want to buy the yarn, there is a link, and then if you've got any questions or need some support, there is the Hobie website, support@hobie.com. And the yarn they use is Garland, which is 70% cotton and 30% alpaca, 50 gram balls, and you'll need 7 for the smallest size and 13 for the largest size, and the sizes in between are 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 balls. But of course, if you're choosing something that's 100 gram ball, then it would be half of that amount, of course. As long as you've got enough of the for the yardage. The meterage is 105 meters and the yards are 114. So as long as you've got that times 7, then you'll have enough. So there's not much else I can tell you about that, but I just thought it's a new one, so go along and have a look if you do fancy that for yourself. And then I've got some yarn wrist warmers. Now it says Haviscum, which is Hobie Universe XL, colour number 3, and you need a crochet hook number 4, and it says approximate usage of 100 or 115 grams, so 100 metre, I don't know, yarn usage approximately 100, and in brackets it's got 115 grams. There is a link for the yarn and the other supplies if you don't have them, and the sizes are small to medium or medium to large, and the circumference is 18 to 20 or 20 to 22 centimetres, and the length is approximately 21.5 centimetres, and the stitches are a single, half double, front post and back post. So as you can do all that, then that's absolutely fine. And then it kind of jumps straight into the pattern, and it's worked in the round. So that's the only dodgy thing I think I would struggle with, because I do struggle with it twisting, but I might manage it, mightn't I? It might be all right. It's a free pattern, so let's celebrate the fact that it's free. So I'll put that in the description box below. And then the others, I have managed to get, these aren't necessarily free because I haven't actually looked, but these are from my stash. And it was because I bought, I'm just trying, because I've got the whole pattern here, so I'm trying to get to the end. I bought a pattern and then was offered 100 free on some random thing that I really liked from some magazine somewhere. Anyway, it worked and I managed to get lots of them, and it was really good. And so this is a snowman, and I really fancy making it. And if I turn over, there is the full snowman in all its glory. There's a lot of colour change, but I thought if I can get round to it, it'll be a good test, because I really want to get back into amigurumi again, and I really want to get my teeth into it and start making it, because making blankets is fine, but they are just basic stitches, a lot of them, and I just want something different, something that you can really appreciate that you've made, and I find that in amigurumi, and I really want to get back into it again. So this is a I don't know if that's an A. Anyway, something crochet, I would say. Let me see if the pattern is by someone. Doesn't say. Says all rights are reserved at the bottom, but doesn't say anything about who it's by. But there is lots and lots of different photos along the way. So, and it's all very well easily explained. That's him without any of his attire on. But I just love it, and I really want to get back into doing things for Christmas. So that is what I've decided that I'm going to do, even if it means I do it February or March. What does it matter? It doesn't, does it? But I'm going to try and see what I can do. So I thought I would show you that one. If I can find the pattern on Etsy or somewhere, then I will put that in the description box below as well. So I'm going. Got really tired all of a sudden. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's what my travel is. Anyway, it's 6:45 and I'll be hitting the sack again very soon. So take care everyone, and I will see you again very, very soon. Thank you for watching, and thank you for giving me your time. It's free to subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. That would help to grow my channel, because I am looking forward to getting to 1,000 subscribers. I have got well over the needed watch hours. I just need the subscribers. So if you would be so kind to share and to tell your friends, and just try and get as many as I can, just so that I can start making a difference to my life, so that I can put some more into my channel. That would be really, really great. Take care. See you soon. Love to you all. Bye.